Welcome, beautiful, to the Creating Change podcast with Emma Bradford. Creating change to fall back in love with ourselves and life. Each episode, I'll be offering insightful stories, concepts, and practical takeaways to inspire your day, reconnecting to the authentic essence within. Are you ready, lovely, to embrace yourself even more and awaken to the magic life has to offer? Let's dive into today's episode. Hello and welcome to another episode of Creating Change with Emma Bradford. Thank you so much for joining me today and for this special episode. In today's episode, I'm going to be sharing a clip. This clip is an audio recording from a private class that I held for my graduate students. This was almost a year ago, and I was explaining what I'd been going through previously. So this is something that I'd experienced almost 3 years ago, and it was overcoming an abusive relationship, and a relationship that ended up being emotionally and psychologically abusive. And there was a lot of trauma that I was working through. And whilst I won't be going into all of the details and sharing exactly what happened, because I don't feel that that is necessary, and also it's not really beneficial for myself personally, I will be sharing the most important part of this recording, the message which is about connecting to the soul, living life from the soul, really living life, a soul-led life as best as we possibly can, rather than listening to the shoulds and the have-tos from the mind. So I'm sharing this clip with you now, and just notice what comes up as you listen to this clip and reflect on how you live your life and how you relate to life. And 2020, that experience that I had with my ex-partner was like the final kind of the explosion of change that helped me, really shook me up and woke me up and really made me listen that I had to create a change, and I had to really be living even more my life in touch with what my soul wants, not what my mind wants. And I think this is the difficulty that many of us have nowadays, is the society focuses so much on the mind and achievements and what everyone else is doing and comparisons and all these things, and going back to our own heart, going back to that loving essence within, like whatever you want to call it, your higher self, your soul, or just your heart, or like whatever you want to label it as, like just returning to that. It's like, okay, what's my truth? What feels good for me? How do I want to live? What's really important? What is it really about? What is it really about? Is it about all those things, or is it really about something else? I mean, this is something we ask ourselves when we're goal setting and when we're going through those questions. What is it that you want, and what is it really about? Who is it for? Like all these questions, like gaining clarity and just living our lives according to that. Because if we've learned anything over the last couple of years, I think it's that like life really is a gift, and it's very precious, and it goes by very quick. And now is the time to really pay attention to that little voice within that's saying, do this exciting project, or this dream, or this book, or this job, or this, like whatever it is, paying attention to that, listening to that. One other thing that I've been also talking about and preparing is like connecting to friends and seeing who wants to start building a community, who wants to start living off the land, and who wants to start living in alignment with nature.
not against nature, that we're living in community and being supportive and loving with each other rather than in a society that wants to judge and shame and blame and create division. I feel that that's very important, that we really create those communities wherever they are. It doesn't mean that we have to live on a mountain in the middle of nowhere. I mean, that sounds beautiful. I don't mind that. But it can also be wherever we're living, in the town, in the village, in the city, that we have our community, we have our contacts, and community is so important. As I've mentioned a lot in creating change, that life, we have this constant expansion and then going in within, expansion, going in within. These polarities are within everything. Our pupils dilating, our digestive system, our lungs, when we're breathing, they expand and they go within. Our heart beating, even in nature as well. You've got the waves, you've got the ocean going up and going in within. These polarities are within everything in life. And in order to expand, in order to continue growing and evolving and expanding, we need to have those moments, those periods of time of going in within. And I've been in this period of going in within. And that's what I feel very cool to do, is to listen to that. When that comes up, is to listen to that and honor that above anything. And it's an exciting time. It's a really exciting time. We're all at different points of our journey, but everyone is on this incredible journey of remembrance. And we all go about it in different ways, because we're all different expressions of this collective consciousness. We're all like individual sparks, and we've got our own flavor. But we're all part of this collective, and we all go about this journey of remembrance in different ways. Though it's all back to the same place. It's all back to the heart. It's all back to here. It's all back to where we came from. And more and more, I'm realizing that my work needs to be with the focus of the spiritual side. The spiritual side. And I love NLP. It's given me a massive, solid foundation, and it will continue to be a part of my work with the coaching. So I needed to bring in these elements. And for some people, it might be a little too much or a little bit too out there. And for other people, they'll love it even more. And the only thing I can do is just keep honoring what feels good for me, because then I'm able to show up in the best way for clients as well.
So as you listen to that message, what came up for you? And as you quieten the mind, as you tune inwards, listening to your heart and soul, what message is being whispered to you right now? This is something that can be explored through journaling. This is something that can be explored in one-on-one sessions. This is something that can be explored in conversation with friends, family. Notice what's coming up. Notice any excuses, fears from the mind. And notice what's underneath that, the deeper message, what your heart and soul wants to experience in this life. It's important to listen to that too. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for sharing this very, very important episode with loved ones. Share it far and wide. Spread the love. Thank you so much. And if you'd like one-on-one sessions, you can get in contact, info@emmabradford.net. There's plenty of information on my website, www.emmabradford.net, where I explain everything that the one-on-one sessions hold. And thank you so much for listening. Thank you for being you, and thank you for having the courage to step into a soul-led life. Wishing you much love. Thank you so much for listening to this episode, beautiful. You're amazing. All resources and links can be found on my website, www.emmabradford.net. Link is in the show description. Do come and join my community and share your takeaways from this episode. I'd really love to hear. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any future episodes. Until next time, I wonder, what magic will you experience in life today?